Very well, loud and clear.
And respected Mr. Lakshmana Reddy, the chief guest of this virtual platform, Dr. Professor G.D. Yadav, Padma Shri, and the former Vice Chancellor of the Bombay Chemical Technology University, and the director on the many of the boards, highly intellectual asset of the nation. Dr. Professor Mr. Khandal is the former Vice Chancellor of the Technical University of UP, and today the President of R&D and B&D Division of India Glycols Limited. Mr. Jasra, Mr. Veer Jasra, Senior Vice President of RIL, R&D Division. Mr. Vilas Taude, former MD and CEO of SR Exploration and Development. Mr. Rajiv Ranjan, what an enthusiastic CEO and the Group President of Gumpro. Mr. Rakesh Swiss, the co-header and the director of PDPU, an advisor. Organizer, participants, whom I am able to see and whom I don't able to see, good morning to all of you. In 21st century, the illiterate are not those who cannot read, who cannot write, but are those who cannot learn, they cannot unlearn, cannot relearn. That today, the congregation of the people from the academia and from the industries, that knowledge and experience will co-flow to give something big to the nation, and I think you have a lot of things to take away with this function. It is told that weak mind talks about the person, and average mind talks about the event, but intelligent mind talks about the idea, new idea, innovation, new thoughts, is the way of life. It's sure that the experience and the knowledge of the industries and academia will bring out something today. It shall give a lot of takeaways to the people who have participated in that. Now, without taking too much time, I will go on the slides now. Chemical is a very important part of oil and gas industries. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah. If you see the worldwide, we see that the chemical consumption in oil and gas industries is maximum in North America, followed by CIS, that is Commonwealth of Independent States, and other countries now. Next slide. The person who are not connected with the oil and gas industry and chemical applications, just I would like to speak a few slides for them. That basically chemicals are categorized in the two sectors. One is called the specialty chemicals, and the other is stabilizer chemicals. The chemicals which are used as specialty chemicals is used in the subsurface. That is for your drilling, for your exploration, and for your enhanced oil recovery. Whereas the stabilizer chemicals are used on the surface to condition and make it usable. Next slide. The specialty chemicals are the complex formulation, so much so that the constituent of this formulation is complex by itself now. Like they have got a mixture of reactants, products, dilatants, and the chemical is very specific to the reservoir and the nature of the oil. Whereas the stabilizer chemical is well proven and it is used on the surface. Next slide. If you go to the specialty chemicals, achieving greater oil field productivity depends upon how much we can increase the production without affecting the environment and ecology. And a pivotal of these operations are specialty chemicals, which imparts unique capabilities, functionalities for the well drilling, completion, and intervention services. In drilling mud, chemicals are used for cooling, lubrication of the beads, and making the suspension of the cutting material so that it can take it out from the reservoir, as told. And the AOR is the chemicals that are used for reducing the surface tension, avoiding the precipitation, and controlling the mobility inside the reservoir. Next slide. If you see a little bit, that when the water molecules are entrapped between the sands, and they are adhered to the high interfacial tensions, that is called the surface tensions now. These chemicals loosen those oil particles or oil molecules. It reduces the interfacial tension so that they can escape from the arrest of the saints and they can take it away. Next. If you see this one now, this is that chemicals, as I told earlier, it reduces the surface tension so that the molecules that come out from the reservoir the oil particles can come out from the reservoir, then the alkaline is there so that the precipitation can be avoided, and it gives a mobility to the wire so that wire should flow preferentially and the water should go. This is the first slide. That is a fingering of the wire of the water, so that so water goes preferentially, which is undesirable. But after application of the chemicals, the fingering stops and preferentially wire flows forward. Next slide. Next slide, please. This is the way wire flows followed by the ASP chemical. This is the project that Government of India has given a lot of project and big project for IOR, EOR projects. If you can see that for the IOR, EOR recovery, we are likely to get 13.7 million tons per annum of the oil and about 8.7 billion cubic meters of gas, and huge investment of more than 65,000 crores by 2024. Next slide. Next slide. Next. The EOR that is based on the chemical application. Can you give the previous slide? Previous slide, please. Previous slide. Yeah, next slide. That is the scope of application of the EOR chemicals is very huge. EOR that is based on the chemical application called the ASP flooding. A alkaline, P for S for the surfactants, and P stands for the polymers, can extract 30 to 60% more against 20% for primary and 40% of the recovery. And at the field matures, the demand of chemical also increases because of more water content, a lot of chemicals that converts sulfate to sulfide. Today, around 2/3 of the world oil production is in order of 100 million barrels per day is from the mature fields. It requires rejuvenation either by the chemical treatment or by any other hydrodynamic process like gas injection or thermal process. Next slide. For lowering the surface tension, reversing the road wettability, emulsification of wire, and then controlling mobility in the reservoir, chemical treatment is found to be the more applicable and beneficial than other tertiary recovery methods. Chemical EOR technology is dramatically better since 30 to 40 years before, when the first chemical treatment and chemical application in the subsurface were applied around the late 70s. And today, after 40 years, we know the reservoir better understanding, better modeling, better technique, better chemical at the lower cost has paved the way to increase the production and application of this chemical. Next slide. Next slide. If you see the financial terms, previous slide. If you see the financial terms, it has been reported that approximately 10% of drilling cost goes toward the mud chemicals. And it is expected that by year 2025, a specialty chemicals market would be in order of 13.4 billion, which shall be at the compounded annual growth rate of 4.2% from 10.1 billions today in 2020. This is reported by the MN markets. A specialty chemicals market revenue in USA alone has been reported to be $980 million in 2016. Subsequent, the application of and the production of the shale oil and shale gas in the USA has further improved the requirement, further enhanced the requirement for chemical injection in this United States of America. Next slide. There are a lot of initiatives that Government of India has introduced EOR policy to leverage the technologies to improve hydrocarbon output using secondary and tertiary recovery method on aging of the field. It is applicable across all the contractual regimes and the nomination activities. In 2018, Government of India approved fiscal incentive to attract investment and technology to improve the recovery from the oil field, which is expected to be equivalent to 50 lakhs crores in the next 20 years. Next. Then let's come to sterilizer chemicals. Application of specialized stabilizer chemicals come on the surface now. When you inject the water inside the reservoir and there is human intervention in the reservoir, the characteristics of the oil changes. And that results in increase of the water content of the oil, the transition from the sweet to sour, because we put the sulfate inside the water, which inject the reservoir, which converts to sulfite, and then makes the water or gas little sour. So it increases the water content. At the same time, it transitions from the sweet to sour, and contaminants of the oil due to the chemicals, because the chemicals we inject inside, that finally when it comes outside, it becomes contaminated. So it increases the chemical treatments requirements on surface, and this is disposal as well. Next slide. Post-production chemicals called the stabilizer is gaining more importance because such derived chemicals used in ENP appear in impurity chemical in crude oil ranging from 10 to 200 ppm. The chemicals injected into the reservoir, when they come out, it contains a purity of those chemicals used earlier, and that's ranging from 10 to 200 ppm as per the report now. During the production phase, the flow of oil out of the well needs to be assured by preventing hydrate formation, deposition of wax, asphaltenes, and scale. A chemical helps in controlling such deposits and assuring the flow assurance. The presence of water, bacteria, and acids create corrosive environment. And you know the corrosion loss is huge in the world. There was reading in the magazine and the World Corrosion Congress, the loss of the corrosion in the world is quantified to be $2.4 trillion per annum, which is approximately 3 to 4% of the world GDP. And what they say is that by the application of the chemical, avoiding the corrosion either through the materials of construction, modification of materials of construction, or by applying the corrosion inhibitor, anti-corrosion inhibitor, we can reduce by $985 billion, which comes around 35% of that. So in such integrity, the importance of chemical becomes very high. We need chemical treatment for meeting crude quality, transportation, refining, processing, cracking, and further meeting the other regulatory requirements. Next slide. These are the chemicals of the different category that the REACH called the registration. That is, REACH is the standard of US, that is the European countries, stand for R, REACH, E, evaluation, A for authentication for the chemistry. So this impurities, when we use the chemicals subsurface or on the surface, these are the chemicals become such an impurity. This comes in that category now. Next slide. This is the stabilizer chemicals for the hydrate. Hydrate inhibitors, sulfide scavengers, perchlorate scavengers, and stabilizers. There is a big, if you see the future outlook of the oil and gas industries, the uses of most production chemicals is directly related to the volume of associated water produced, will become linked to the aging of the field. Actually, there are 2/3 of the production, as I told, is coming from the natural reservoir, where the water is increasing. And as the water increases, the requirement of chemicals also increases. The greater focus on asset integrity shall increase the market of the stabilizer chemicals, corrosion inhibitors. As I told earlier, the huge loss of the corrosion and expansion of the industries where a lot of metals are used, chemical will play a very important role in mitigating the problem of the corrosion and as a result, resulting in productivity. European standard for REACH is called the registrations, evaluation, authentication of chemicals. Indian CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board, American EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, have the further modified the regulations. Next slide. So finally, without taking much time, Dr. Thanda, I will finish with the last slide. That oil and gas industries cannot survive without chemical application, both from a specialty as well as stabilizer chemicals. Therefore, economy in chemical application has direct connect with the world economy. In further widen the scope of chemical applications in the oil and gas industries. Government of India has announced for your policy and incentive in this regard. The mitigation of the environmental impact arising particularly to the complex specialty chemicals has become a challenge, which can be resolved through the chemical modification and the treatment. The chemical that only can treat the chemicals. The chemical can mitigate the problem of chemicals. Next slide. Improving the performance, reducing the cost, and minimizing the carbon impact. Previous slide. In improving the performance, reducing the cost, and minimizing the environmental impact must be the keynote for the formulation of chemicals. A workable balance has to be drawn between the operator, manufacturer, and regulator so as to make oil more profitable. The cornerstone of today's oil field business is delivering the pollution rather than simply supplying the products. And that blocks a lot of research and development. The last point, that though the energy transition away from the fossil is in the way, the need of the oil and gas will never die out because of the extensive usage of feedstock for the petrochemicals. Today, the Chevron is talking about that they are going to invest towards the nuclear energy. This BP is telling that by 2030, they will reduce the production by 40%. ExxonMobil is telling that they are not going to invest towards the hard oil, which is not beneficial. Even IOC is getting diversified, getting towards the renewables. In such scenario, though there is because of the sensitivities and the sentiments that are drifting away from the fossil fuel because of global warming, but the fact remains the requirement of the chemicals is never to die out because renewables can be the substitute of fuel, but it can never be a substitute of your petrochemical. It cannot be a substitute for your lubricants. It cannot be a substitute for your wax. It can be a substitute of your asphaltants. So the oil and gas industries will continue, and we have to work together in such a way that you can make it profitable. And 2030, when the requirement to gas consumptions and NCB, that is gas consumption, India is increasing drastically. In such scenario, the oil and gas production plays a very important role. So without taking much time from you, and with the due apology from Dr. Khandal, next slide. Thank you very much for listening to me, giving this list, and hope that we God bless you. Thank you very much.